Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Pharaoh the guy. Always on the job. I got five. Let's talk. Real talk. Clean as can. Um, Welcome to another episode of I Got Five. Let's talk. Real talk. Um, Thank you everybody for rocking with the channel, subbing, liking, sharing. I appreciate y'all. I don't really speak too much on gang politics, being that gang politics in LA or just politics anywhere ain't none of your business if you're not invited or you know most definitely um, you know if you just a bystander. Um, a lot of people don't understand why it ain't good to talk on gang politics. Now, people might be like, oh, Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? You used to gang bang and all that. I don't gang bang no more, though. So, without gang banging, that means I can't indulge myself in too much of the politics of the geographical locations that we talking about, meaning the R60’s and the R60’s. Um, but as is well known in LA, this was a this was a bloodshed. This was a bloodshed, a war that went on for nearly 50 years. And to start seeing, um, well, to be honest, I saw the clip of, I think it was Menace, Baby Menace. I forget which one it was. But he was setting down a precedence of how he feels, of how he looks at things and how to brokers the peace. Um, it's been 50, almost 50 years. That's almost 5 decades. That's 5 years. It been worn since I've been the year I was born, 79. Slick, what up with it? Um, and it's been a bloody war. We heard about, you know, Monster Cody, his book, uh, which was a real profound book. And some would say he exaggerated in it, or, that's just how Hollywood goes. Um, but the book was profound, had some real good knowledge in it, and it gave you an insight of from an actual member that you feel me. I definitely appreciate it. Hey, shout out to Slick T, man. Thank you for the slub, man. For the sub, I definitely appreciate it. But he gave you an insight of his geographical location, what he was doing, what he was involved with. And from that book, you can see the detriment that it was causing to the community. Uh, Stupid Bros, I definitely appreciate the sub, man. Shout out. Um, but Monster Cody almost put you at the front step of what it was like to be from A Trey Gangster at that time. Um, there's other books that you hear of about other people like Little Fee, Turtle, uh, people from back in them days. I've never read a book that was, what I'm saying, so much in in the media eyes like Monster Cody's book was. A lot of people read that book, but it put you, like I say, almost at the front doorstep of what was going on between these two gangs. Arch rivals, arch enemies, uh, top ops, however you want to slice it down. That is the angle that these two gangs followed. They became top ops. Now, whether a lot of people want to say it was over some girl wearing somebody coat, I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is from that situation ensued a lot of death, destruction, a lot of chaos, a lot of detrimental things to the community. Um, and we saw Monster Cody get out and speak about, what I'm saying, brokerage and peace, and or just, just saying about the things that he was wrong, about the things that how he grew up he was wrong about, and he was trying to change it. I wouldn't say nothing came of it because it's like Tupac says, you never know. Tupac says he guarantees he'll be this. He might not see the revolution or start the revolution, but he'll be the spark of the revolution. So I can't necessarily say that some people from his side didn't look at him and say, well, you know what I'm saying, peace can happen, or, whatever the situation may be. Um, but unfortunately, even after his release, the war ensued. It kept going. It was, this is one of the wars that kind of set the precedents, gang wars that set the precedents for gang life and violence in LA. Um, it's only a few gangs that I can say that me personally, that I like, that set a precedence, what I'm saying, out from others. Um, and the A-Tray Gangsters and the R60’s is two of the gangs that I say that made a very impactful impact, not only on the community in which they own geographical location is, but across the board. You know, you had this kind from '60s, you had this kind from A-Tray, getting money, killers. So a lot of people grew up, what I'm saying, looking at these people, idolizing these people. Um, and uh, when you get to Lil Sody, Nipsey Hussle, you know, um, especially the fans, they kept it a little friction in between that, to where a lot of people, to my belief, just to my belief, that was, what I'm saying, making and chopping certain things up in the media to make it seem a certain way. And whether it was a certain way or if it wasn't a certain way, um, I know uh, sometimes just, what I'm saying, speaking with Lil Sody, uh, it was, he was more militant minded. He was more on some black power, type of stuff. Like the same type of stuff Nip was on. But, you know, and not, it's just, nothing never came of that. Here it is. It was Nip, what I'm saying, passed away. Then Lil Sody passed away. And, we saw Lil Sody and the A-Tray Gangsters meet up with the Six O's on Crenshaw and Slauson when Nipsey Hussle passed. And that was big for the community. That was big for Los Angeles. Because then the talk became, if these two gangs can get along, if these two gangs not even per se get along, but if they can stop the violence, if they could just say, put the guns down, we ain't got to shoot at you. And that was a big move because even though people may not look at it like a big move, but you got to look at it like this. Just because we once was enemies don't mean, especially for a situation to where it wasn't righteous. You know, speaking on the gangs, we killing out here, we trying to get recognition, we trying to make our gang expand and be more better than the next gang. But then it comes a time when you say, you know, all right, I was wrong about that. I was wrong about that. So that became, you know, kind of like the motto. It was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't the word or the banner A Trey gangsters in the '60s, you know, completely become friends. Nah, but it was a respectable action towards peace. The ceasefires, the, you know, nobody really tripping. But then, you know, you always have them people. And that's the thing with LA. You always gonna have people that's not with nothing that you would, none of the peace, none of that. You know, it's always just like it's gonna be somebody that's not gonna agree or not like that I'm speaking on this situation that I'm speaking on. And you know, people were gonna do what they gonna do, man. And Tupac said it best. No, niggas gonna hate you for whatever you do. You could be the biggest killer, they gonna hate you. You could be the weakest link, they gonna hate you. So, you know, it's coming a time to where when I seen this clip of Young Ant with I forget which minutes it was, and they was sitting in St. Andrews Park, and Miss was saying of how the discipline would come about for the ceasefire. That if you over there banging in their hood and writing on walls and things like that, he's gonna take his homies that's doing that type of behavior over to the '60s and make him catch a fade. And maybe that'll weed out the, you feel me? Me personally, you take it back to the days when people had to actually fight. And then you will see is is people really with it? You know, do people really want to do this banging thing? Like, so to me, that was something very, very profound. And even though it's done been taking, people may say it's been taking baby steps to get here, but at least it's steps. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Ain't nobody else gonna come in and say, oh, you know what I'm saying, we need to, you know, do this, or, you know, y'all need to stop doing this. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. So if ain't nobody else gonna do it, you know, um, it has to be people within that organization, within that structure that can do it. You know what I'm saying? So uh, my hat's off to the brothers from A Trade. You feel me? My hat's is off. You know, to really put that on the table and to go viral with that. You know, it sets a bigger precedence because whether people want to say it or not, you know what I'm saying, in LA, it's either you neighborhood, you gangster, you Hoover. And when I say neighborhood, you know, I mean neighborhood gangs, like neighborhood Crips. Because, you know, the Rolling 30s, they a prominent gang, but they don't bang neighborhood, but yet they bang Rolling. And no, depending on who you ask, you know, nowadays, they bang Rolling O's, but they don't bang neighborhood. So when I say, you know, either you banging Rolling, you banging neighborhood, you banging Gangster Crip, you banging Hoover, or you banging Blood. That's how it goes down the line for blacks, basically now in LA. Um, and one of the top, two of the top gangs on East Side, top gang of the neighborhoods, and the top gang of the of the gangsters is the A-Trade gangsters, and on their side will be the 6 O's. Now, a lot of people might get offended at that, and that's why I say I don't really indulge in gang politics because people don't want to accept things, you know what I'm saying, for really what it is, you know what I'm saying? The A-Trade gangsters set down the big precedents for a lot of gangs in LA, in particular those that claim gangster crip. or Trey Times. Then you have those that bang neighborhood crip. They might be rolling hundreds, they might be rolling, they might be rolling those, but they all falling under neighborhood. Then you got some that's just rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like rolling 30s. Uh, what is that? The rolling hundreds. I mean, Block Crip, they bang rolling hundreds. They don't bang. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they go now. What they do? I think they don't bang neighborhood. They just bang Block Crip. Yeah, but they bang rolling hundreds though. They just don't bang neighborhood. I don't know how I go up there. I'm not. So don't quote me on that. But those are the categories you fall in. So for the A-Trade gangsters being a big part and a big founder of the gangster movement, it's good to see them, you know, come to some type of agreement with those that call they arch enemies, which is the Rolling 60s. So if they could broker some type of deal and come on social media and say it and, try to stick behind it. And I remember on Ant's YouTube, he had this brother on there, Lil NBA. And they was talking about how he was one of the ones that's, in the mix that got a lot of the young niggas, he got their ear, you know what I'm saying? And he, he highly respected. And he was like, he was even saying, like, he with it, it's cool, because a lot of things that a lot of these people you went to school with, you know what I'm saying? Or that is just, it's not about nothing. So, um, it's good to see that these top gangs, but I've yet to see somebody from 6-0 on their side coming out stamping this type of negotiation, saying that, oh yeah, we stamping that. I haven't seen nobody from the Rolling 60 side yet say, but I'm pretty sure that if it's out there like that, it's only a matter of time, you know what I'm saying, before AD catch wind of it or somebody else, if they not already caught wind of it. Um, I just see it as a good thing though, man, you know what I'm saying, especially for the city of LA. Because people want to move around more freely, you know what I'm saying, and nothing happened to them. God damn. And nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to their kids, and innocent children. And then also recognizing that that type of lifestyle is detrimental. That type of lifestyle is a deviant lifestyle. So to have someone from that side come out and put that out there, this could be a turning point for LA. You know what I'm saying? That they got what they got going on in Compton with the Bloods. They got what's going on in Inglewood with the Bloods. So it's gonna take time because a lot of people not gonna be with it. A lot of your friends not gonna be with it. You feel what I'm saying? But to be honest, the only people that matter of what's going on is the shooters. As long as you get the shooters to agree and have a say so and show them the benefit of that. Once you get the shooters here, oh yeah, it's gonna take off. It's gonna take off. And people still got to deal with lives lost. You know, so you really can't blame nobody for not wanting to dive into the piece. For the people that actually lost loved ones, people that actually, when I say loved ones, I'm talking about family members also, and just people, relatives, what I'm saying, people, community members that you grew up with, that you became, you know, well accustomed to, befriended. Losing somebody is hard, man, but you got to understand that, you know, we was all living in the world of ignorance, and if we trying to move forward and do better, we can't keep bringing those feelings of the days of ignorance into what we doing right now. You feel me? Um, it's a lot of things that come with peace. It's a lot of it's a lot of things that come with peace. It's a lot of emotion in dealing with accepting peace. You know, so just for them putting it on the table, lives been lost. I'm pretty sure that brother, has some friends that, you know, um, been unalive due to the situation of what we all been through, gangbanging. Um, so I know it take time, but I just appreciate the fact that these brothers is able to actually stand on business. We see a lot of people out here pushing the narrative, what I'm saying, that gangbangers is harder than anybody, or, if you ain't from somewhere, you ain't tough, you know. So to brokerage that type of deal in gangbanging, it could set a real good precedence throughout California, throughout LA first. Um, I hope it just, put everybody else on that type of page, you know what I'm saying? And, we seeing now, and a lot of these gang members is waking up. They been to prison, they done read, they done become well acquainted of how the system is used against them repeatedly, how the system uses them to go across the tracks, even like Nip said, and you looking for somebody that's just like you, somebody that's putting in work just like you, somebody that's loyal to something, but they just not loyal to what you loyal to. And you gonna hate them for that? Um, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Rock with me on the next episode coming up at 30 minutes, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Pharaoh the God, always on the job. I got 5. Let's talk. Real talk.